Hello! Now what we're going to look at today are strawberry runners. Now there are two things that you can do with your strawberry runners when they start to come out. You can either cut them off if you don't want them, which is a little bit of a waste, or you can plant them up. Now there are two ways that you can plant them up. You can either plant them straight into the soil, so if you've got your middle strawberry here and then you've got a runner coming out which has got 2 or 3 on, you could strategically place it where you want it, and then the roots from that runner will go down into the soil. Or if your bed is quite full, you could plant it into a pot, and then when it's sort of quite happy in the pot and it's got a nice root system on it, then cut it off from the parent plant. This applies for both things, you know, planting straight in the soil or in a pot. And then it's its own plant and you can move it where you want. So I'll just show you a close-up and we'll go through both of those things. Right, now I've got one here. I hope you can see there's a big one there. The plant's under the nasturtium somewhere. They seem to have taken over a bit. But there's one there, and we can you see there's a nice little root system on the bottom of that. And then off of that one, there's another one, okay, which has actually got very, very small roots on. Now, I'll show you both with this one. Okay, so the first one, what I'll do is I'll plant this one in the soil because there are spaces around this bed and it won't get too congested. So all you need to do is just dig a little hole. I mean, sometimes if you miss them out and you don't realise that there are any there, they'll just root themselves and you'll suddenly have a new plant growing. Okay, but if they have only just started to root themselves, you can actually lift them up and move them. So if we pop it in his little hole, push the soil around that. Okay, oh look, there's a weed. And then the other one, what we'll do is I'll show you how to continue growing it in a pot. Now you might actually get another one off of this. When this starts to get a decent root system on it, you may well get another one. Now it's up to you what you want to do with that one. If you just want 2, then that's fine. So get your pot, a 3-inch pot. Okay, fill it with soil. I've just taken the soil from here, but if you want to use multi-purpose compost, then that's fine. Just make a little divot in the ground. Can you see that? Let me just move this down a little bit. There we go. Okay, just make a little hole in the ground and then just pop the little strawberry runner in there. Push it down. Be very careful not to break this runner here. Okay, because that's what's feeding it, is from the parent plant. So if we just put it there, we might need to put a little stone on top to stop it from popping out. Okay, and it's quite loose here, the runner is quite loose. Okay, so that's the 2 ways of doing it. And then all we need to do now is water. Now give them a good soaking. Actually this soil is quite dry at the moment, but because they are very new, and we've, especially the one in the pot, in fact I might actually take the rose off of it, give it a good water, and then that'll get them established very well. When they're well established, then you can cut that joining runner off to separate them out, and then they'll be quite happy on their own. So go through your strawberries and just have a look and see what's there, and just either lay them out so that then they can root themselves in the soil, or stick them in little pots. I've got lots of little white pots all around my garden in the strawberry beds because they're sorting themselves out in these little pots, and then I can cut them off. But that's that for strawberry runners. They're very easy, very simple. Just have to do a bit of delving with them. Well, next time I'm going to be looking at container gardens. Something very, very simple, and anybody can do this. All you need to get are flat cardboard boxes, the bigger the better basically, and I'm going to be using old car tyres, so I'm going to have to go to my local Quick Fit to see if they will give me some, and I'm sure they will. So I look forward to seeing you then. Bye bye.